And let me just tell you again that we're talking about Frank McGuinness's award-winning work, Observe the Sons of Ulster, marching towards the Somme. And there are two companies putting that on at the moment. One of them is Bangor Drama, and the other is the Newpoint Players, and they come from Newry. The Lambeg Drum, an important part of this play, which examines the potent mixture of loyalist pride, pain, sacrifice and fighting spirit that accompanied Ulster Protestants to the Somme. The Newpoint Players is a mixed company, but in this production, all the actors are Catholic. It's been directed by a former member of the SDLP, who stood against Enoch Powell in Southdown in 1974.
I've always felt that I had a good insight into the Unionist psyche, but this play certainly does enormously investigate in great depth that whole psyche. It explores and celebrates the heroism and the dedication of Unionism, and it also looks at the failure of the intellectuals and artists to create an openness about Unionism since the Somme.
All the players are local. They include a nephew of Cardinal O'Fee.
I think, coming from Cross Midland, that I'm in a position to perfectly understand the Unionist psyche, because it parallels so closely the nationalist and the truly Republican psyche.
Mad dog! What the hell do you think you two are doing?
We're defending this part of the realm.
Keep your defending for where it's needed across the water. Let that young lad go.
He's a Catholic bastard. He's no place
no
in this regiment.
Catholic. He's one of ours.
Look.
At his eyes.
Frank McGuinness uses this play as a means of gaining an insight into those who went to the Somme, a battle that has the same significance for loyalists as the Boyne nearly 300 years ago.
I do not speak of the Hun, dire enemy though he may be, when I speak of the enemy now. I speak of the Fenian, the Catholic traitor that will corrupt our young, deflower our womenfolk and destroy all that we hold most dear, our beloved religion.
First saw Lambeg Drum 2 nights before the opening night. I had a quick half-hour lesson from a local fella, a man called Harry, second name escapes me, and my main concern was that I would be ideologically sound when this Friday we go to Ballymoney. The people of Newry, God love them, may not know Lambeg Drum too well, but the people of Ballymoney, I don't want to hear them going when I'm standing on the stage and they're listening to me play the drum.
The play has been described as one of the most important to have been written about the province for decades. It puts the whole Protestant ethos into perspective. It's also had a profound effect on these actors.
I personally thought that they didn't have much leg to stand on, another to talk about patriotism to the country. But now I realise that they do in the way that the love of their country and the whole history that they have behind it. I realise now that maybe there's more to them than I thought originally.
Your uncle is the Cardinal. How do you think he would feel about you wearing a collarette on stage?
I'm sure that if any part of this play appealed to him, it wouldn't so much be the collarettes, but the playing of the Lambeg Drum.
Just between you and me, and I wouldn't tell too many people this, but if they let me play the big drum, I might just consider turning.
The thing that comes across most vividly in this play, particularly from the Rivers sequence, is the great love of the country that the Unionist people have.
I will.